Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Hokey smokes. Oh boy, yesterday turned out to be one heck of a day. I went out on Walkies, and just like the bus with your name on it, that silly cryptid thing that I talk about, last night reality was showing me that I'm not safe no matter what. I was walking on the sidewalk on the main road. I had my safety vest on, and I was walking by our local McDonald's. A car pulled out of the McDonald's and swung onto the side of the road that I was on. And they pulled out so wide, the car literally bounced off the curb of the sidewalk in such a fashion that if they hadn't, they would have driven right through me. And it was only the fact that they went BAM off the edge of the curb that saved me. No matter what, there is just no hope. Hokey smokes. Reality is just telling me, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. And of course, frontloading of videos, there's I've forgotten how it all goes. If you could leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me some form of comment, and I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. They are literally beautiful and literally awesome human beings who help to keep me and my pet, sometimes when I have my hamsters, helping to keep them alive as well, and that is greatly appreciated. I enjoy metabolizing. I know that my pet currently enjoys metabolizing. So if you would like to help keep me alive, I have links in the video description, as well as a PayPal for donations, an Amazon wishlist link with stuff like cat food on it, a post office box where I'll open up anything on camera if anyone sends me anything at all. And hey, front-loading videos over, thumbs up. So yeah, another episode where if it hadn't been for just sheer dumb luck, I would have been badly hurt or killed again. You can't walk anywhere. I have almost been killed more times in the past year than in the previous 7 years of walking. So, I'm going to run out of luck eventually. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I gotta go out walkies, but hokey smokes. So past that, before that, I did a many hours of editing to get my NoteQuest thing done, and I really outdid myself on the silliness stuff. Normally, I like to just cut and have a close-up of the dice being rolled so that you can read the numbers on them. I decided that I like the look of doing a quick zoom in. So instead of just a cut to what it is, I'm doing slightly less than a half-second zoom to the box and then zoom back out. And then when I'm writing, it zooms to that and then zooms back out. I don't know if that's annoying or if that is acceptable. To me, I find it entertaining, but I can understand why some people would find that an annoying visual thing. So I don't know, but it took a long time to do, and thumbs up for that. I hope to get some form of recording done today, something, whether it's solo RPG stuff or a video game or some form of creative thing, I don't know. So here's a hope, and thumbs up for that. Again, I'm not turning entirely into a solo RPG channel. It's just I am currently fixated on them, and so I like to show off the things that I enjoy. And unfortunately, last night I ate a whole tube of Pringles salt and vinegar potato chips, and the skin on the inside of my lips has died because of that. Because salt sucks the fluid out of your cells, which leaves them dead if they're on the outside, the mucous membranes in your mouth. And so I have a lot of dead skin that forms on the inside of my lips. So if I have sheets of dead skin that start flopping around, I have to pull off. That's why. Thumbs up. I feel like a horror monster. But past that, I have tried to be as creative as possible. So let me look at my list, because there are some things that I do want to talk about on my setting, my Cryptid setting, and the Razor's Edge stuff. You can tell I'm feeling better because all of a sudden I'm just bursting with the creative stuff, and then instead of going, I can't concentrate or think, So, thumbs up. And I'm sorry about my voice box. For whatever reason, it keeps just getting caught up and I keep having to clear my throat. My sincere apologies. Now, if I can remember what I was going to say, which I can't, so my sincere apologies. I shouldn't have interrupted myself. I love ADHD. But one of the things that I was thinking about that's really horrific is it just popped into my head. Of course, I follow my subconscious and my creativity instead of forcing it to go where I want it to go, which is how the whole Cryptid Razor's Edge stuff is forming in a much more organic fashion. For whatever reason, last night it popped into my head and I just followed it around because my subconscious was working on it. Changeling types of cryptids, where they do the whole trade their infant for yours and then you raise their infant as your infant. Now, it's not like the fairy tales and all that. It's the modern cryptid twist on it. Because human beings do not have the senses to be able to interact with cryptids. We cannot see, smell, hear, touch, taste, etc. their presence. They can interact with us, however. They have the senses to do so. Thus, they can just walk into our houses and we will not even know that they enter. Our brains in reality, because reality to fix the situation so that cryptids wouldn't exist would require a complete rewrite of two universes. Ain't gonna happen. It's a lot easier to just kick the can down the road because, if the cryptids die out eventually, you don't have to spend any effort at all on it. But the cryptids, they can interact with us. We can't interact with them. Unless, of course, your third eye is open, your vision has cleared, and you have cryptid sight. But if you have a newborn or some child within 2 months of age, and there is a changeling type cryptid who has a child, they will come into your house. You will never even know they were there. They will come into your child's room. They will eat your baby, and they will put their baby in place, and then you will raise that baby as yours. Normal cryptids hate changelings and changeling type cryptids. It's not for the reason you would think, perhaps, because cryptids, they don't mind the whole eating babies part. I mean, most cryptids, especially the dark ones, they enjoy eating babies. Babies taste good, they feel good going down, and they kind of kick and struggle in your stomach for about a minute or two, and then you just digest them away. So they don't mind eating babies. No, what they don't like about the whole changeling cryptid things is almost overwhelmingly, about 2/3 to 3/4 of all the changeling babies raised by humans have no cryptid presence. Their third eye is shut. They are just as blind as the cattle that are raising them. And to a normal cryptid, a blind cryptid who does not know that they are a cryptid, that cannot interact with the cryptid world, they kill them on sight. Not out of hatred, though. Out of empathy, pity, sympathy, shock, horror, disgust. To a cryptid, any cryptid with a blind third eye, it is better to kill them than to let them live in such a degraded state. It is better to murder them than to let them live one more minute, because living with your third eye as blind as any of the cattle out there is no way to live. No way to live. It is better to not live than to live that way. They killed the actual cryptids, the changeling type cryptids that would trade in the children because they're just sending their children to horrors, and they killed the adult cryptid types who grow up that way because it is better to not live than to live. They hate changeling types because of that. So thumbs up, hey, baby flavor. And of course this. My subconscious has been working on that as well, because I've mentioned how there's at least one person, he likes to suck on molars because, hey, they kind of have a blooded taste and he likes to taste the blood. And there's others that they also kind of wish that they could, indulge in some human snacks too. They don't want to go full out cannibalism, but they do enjoy the taste of human beings and human being byproducts. Now, the thing is, of course, humanoid snacks for cryptids are largely, for human beings, either just flat out indigestible or just flat out fatal. Drinking Hema-Cola, which is just a cola beverage sweetened with concentrated human blood plasma, which is very sweet to the cryptid tongue, they also put in a 500 milliliter bottle 4 grams of caffeine. As a human being, you should take no more than 400 grams in a day. 400 grams, 400 milligrams in a day. And this is 4 grams in one bottle. Now, I push up myself personally because of my ADHD. I sometimes have a full gram of caffeine over an entire day. Any more than that, that would be bad. So any normal human being that would drink a bottle of Hema-Cola is not going to have a good day if they survive the experience. And then other things like the bone glazing sauce and things like that, they're made with actual limestone inside of it, which a cryptid can digest and it doesn't bind them up or kill them. So there's a lot of things that are made for cryptids that human beings just cannot touch. So they're starting to come out with smaller products for human beings who want to have a little taste as well. Uncle Bonbons does not do anything unless there's already a call for it. They are very popular because they fill niches. They listen to the communities, they do extensive taste testing and mixing and testing to find out how to make a product absolutely perfect before it goes to the market. So when it goes out, it is filling a niche that they know is there. That's what they're doing here. They are making human snacks for human beings who just want to have a taste but don't want to hurt anybody. And remember, all the human beings rendered down for snacks for Uncle Bonbons are all legitimate volunteers. And to a large degree, many of them are. I mean, depressed people make bad decisions all the time. And so there's a steady source of volunteers. But of course, they also do close their eyes, hold their noses, and take shipments of volunteers from various underdeveloped and dictator-controlled countries. And all of the people who work on the ships that bring these crates of human beings in, they just don't listen to the cries for help and desperate pleas for mercy from inside of the cage. After all, they're volunteers. And there's also, oh yes, I've mentioned before that there's a presence in South Carolina, Brookerton, the place where this happens, that was created by 125 years ago. There was a very, very bad person in Brookerton. They did a lot of very bad things in their home. The people of Brookerton of the time rose up, killed him, and then he was rich, so he still got a burial, but he was dead. For the cryptids, that didn't stop it. There was a presence that was formed from all the suffering, and that thing was going on. King Mike, the current ruler and king of this madhouse, is a ghoul who 125 years ago went in, challenged, and won against this presence. In reality, he didn't do anything like that. He had to merge with it, and it's kind of nasty, and he's really worried about the future. But for whatever reasons, the land 125 years later on the cryptid side, they call the estate, which is falling into ruin. It is being just, for 125 years, there has been a foundation that has just been letting it fall apart, undeveloped, just falling into ruin entirely. On the cryptid side, this estate is Pol Pot Park, and all of the dark cryptids tend to gather there. The estate, which in our sight is fully fallen down and just ruins after 125 years, is in cryptid terms it's jumping. It's just absolutely blasting. People are always there. And by people, of course, cryptids, and usually dark cryptids, because they do less morally pleasant things, and they tend to hang out there because there's King Mike and others there. Dark cryptids deal largely with human beings on a very intimate basis. They act human, they dress human, they play human, they do human things so that they, between times when they're not dealing with people, can keep up the facade and their habits. And so they hang out and they do human things in Khmer Rouge manner. This is where all the nasty things happen. Human beings with the sight tend to hang out there as well. With the sight, with the vision, tend to hang out there. Because normal cryptids who don't deal with human beings on a regular basis, they don't even bother acting human. Like I've mentioned, there is Clausy and Alan, Polly's parents, and Polly is a new generation cryptid. They don't even bother acting human. They don't care. They don't wear clothes. They don't work. They just wander around in the snow absolutely naked, just, doing whatever they want to do. If that happens to be, hey, can we eat a tree? They'll try to eat a tree. They're cryptids. But the dark cryptids that hang out and do that, again, they wear clothing. They drink drinks. They act human. And even though, as a human being with your third eye open and your vision cleared, you are no longer a part of the human world, it is still a touch of the familiar to be around the dark cryptids who hang around in these dark places like Khmer Rouge Manor, because it has a touch of the familiar. They look like they're actual people. They act like they're people. They go to these places at Khmer Rouge Manor and they hang around in bar-like places and drink and talk. It's a touch of the familiar in the midst of a big, big change. There's more I want to talk about, but I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. And even though I count in American Sign Language, well, you've already seen how my brain works. So let me call it my Chrome, and I keep scratching my nose like this. It feels like I got like 1,000 cat hairs hanging out of my nostrils, so hopefully I don't actually. We have Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated that you're watching my videos. It is a good thing. I do appreciate that. And I'm going to continue doing as many things as I can. Good to see you, my friend. We have JAYY, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. And I still need to watch the Avatar things that I've got back there. My ADHD has made it so I can't yet, and I hate that. But yeah, and Uncle Iro. We have Flora Mew, thumbs up, thank you very much. Good to see you in the comments. And Adrian XJG, yeah, I said it right, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. We have Jason Cunningham with an idea to check out a game, which I will definitely do. There's Shinra, thumbs up, thank you very much. And I don't know, right now I like all my characters, and it's really tough for me to find a favorite of anything because my interests change every day. So we shall see. But there's Chris, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. Sebastian Ferris, howdy, howdy, howdy. Ben B, good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up. And that is it. 9 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, and dealing with real people. That is appreciated. Even if it's only for a short time, and even if it's only in text. Yay. Well, it being Sunday, I'm actually going to be taking a sunlight daytime walkies to Walmart. My sister actually sent me a Walmart gift card with a little bit of money on it. I bought some walking shoes because I've been using, I'll try that in English. I've been having to wear my hiking boots every single day, and they've lasted for years now because I've only worn them when necessary. So I don't want to wear them every day. I'm afraid of wearing them down too much just in the 2 solid weeks I've been wearing them now. So I got my new shoes, and I'm going to walk to Walmart and buy some stuff that I need to get. So thumbs up on that. Hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done, and that's a good thing too. And of course, with the way I'll try this in English again as well. With the way the world is with illness and injury, oh boy, the reason I talk about the bus with your name on it is because I'm almost getting wiped out by cars already. So I'm dealing with my own fears, worries, and all that through the Cryptid stuff. And there's that created Cryptid, the bus with your name on it, because holy smokes, I keep almost getting smeared. You be careful, take your own precautions, and of course, if you hear that mournful howl of the bus with your name on it, as mentioned, oh boy, just brace for impact. It won't hurt long, it won't hurt very much at all, because you'll be dead so fast as your corpse is smeared across whatever surface the bus smashes you against. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.